Hello and welcome to Cheshire Audio. Now, apologies for the delay in putting a video out. I actually said, I've been really busy after the holiday and next week will be really quiet, so I'll get loads of videos done. It hasn't been quiet at all. This week actually is probably almost busier than last week. Fully booked for demonstrations and lots of things to catch up on still. There's things coming. People have just been ringing up and ordering things that they've been talking about, before I went away. So it's been really good actually. Some really interesting stuff going out, but it's just meant that I've been constant. So today, no demonstrations booked today. I've got a load of boxes to get out, but I just thought let's do a video quick. Partly because something interesting has come in, which I'll talk about in a bit, and I wanted to just give you a bit of a sort of, I hate the phrase, but heads up on some bits that I'm going to be selling off. I did talk about doing a bit of a sale of XDEM stock. I'm not sure how major that's going to be actually. It might just be a few items, but I have got quite a lot of trade-in things which might end up on eBay, but I thought if I just offer them on here first, just so you've got an idea of what I've got, because I tend to forget about trading stuff. They tend to things sit in the stock room or sit on the shelf and I just forget they're there. So I just want to clear something just so I can order more new stuff in and use the shelf space really. So I just thought I'd do a quick scoot round. I haven't got all the things out actually. I'll try and remember what some of them are. I've written a list. I've actually written a list. And see what's there. I'm just trying to think as I go what's out there. You've seen this one before. This will be on going up. Might go on to eBay eventually, I suppose. But that's an A21A Sugden. I've discovered it hasn't got a phono stage in it. It says phono on the inputs, but it's a non-phono stage one. Got a little mark around the top edge. You can probably not focusing on it. There's a little scuff along that front edge there. It sounds lovely. I had it playing in the shop for a while. Absolutely gorgeous, as you'd expect. But it's the previous version. It's not the. It's not signature. It's the 21A. That's probably going to be about 800 quid or something like that, I suppose. Above them, still a bit unsure about whether to sell those. No, that's the Exposure XM9 monoblocks, which I don't do a lot with actually. They're really good, but the market for sort of separate pre-powers has kind of collapsed now. So I don't know. I wondered whether to swap them for something else in the range a bit further up, because there's some new product coming from Exposure. So I thought perhaps that might be the way to go with those rather than just taking up a shelf. It's nice to rotate stuff anyway, really. What else? Mine's gone blank. Oh no, it hasn't gone blank at all. This is recent actually. I traded this in. This is a bit of a classic actually. How old is it? 20 years, might be. Might have to look it up how old it is. It's a Stax T1 energizer, which is a bit of a sought after model actually. In black, which you don't often see with them either. But the T1 is a bit of a sought after. It's sort of was the top range energizer for Stax headphones for years. It's just been revalved, so everything works beautifully on it. But it's the modern equivalent to this now is £2,000 or £3,000, but this is probably worth about 500 quid or something like that because of its age. But it's actually, you wouldn't know really. Got a bit of a strange. I think there's been a sticker on it there. There's a little difference in the finish there. Slight wear marks on the side, just whatever, and a bit of marking around the back of it like that really, which is kind of expected I suppose. But that's really nice. You don't see many of those, and people who've got them tend not to sell them, tend to keep hold. But the chap who had it has gone right to the top of the range. He's gone 38,000, which is substantially better than it to be fair really, so that's good. He also traded in a pair of SR-009s which are up there, which were the previous top model, which were then replaced by 009S, and then obviously what they call the X9000 now, top range one. So he's bought X9000 as well, so he's got the top spec system. I've gone dark. So those two Stax bits. The headphones, I'm not sure how much they'll be. I've not looked up what they go for, straight 009s. I know the S's go for a couple of thousand, but I'm assuming the non-S spec version will be, I don't know, 1,500. I don't know. I need to do some research on that. But if you give me a call on them, I'll come up with a price on those. I've got various dual record players which kind of need to go. There's this. I don't know what model it is actually. It's a fully automatic dual record deck. It's never been played. I just got it. I thought in my In my mind, I thought there's a market for a fully automatic, just for people who've had an old JVC or something that's gone wrong and just replace it with this. I've never sold one. It's just been sat there. It's never been used. It's been sat there for a couple of years. So I'm just going to box it up and sell it. So that's available. It won't be very much. I also will probably sell, because I've not really sold many of them, if any. Have I sold any? Probably not, actually. The dual, I've got a 4 and 8, which is a really nice deck, actually. But I think I'll sell it now. I need to find another brand of turntable to sit against Riga, which is difficult. I thought this might do, but it's everybody comes in and says, "Oh, I used to have a dual. Anyway, can I buy a Riga off you?" So that's, yeah, it's kind of nice. It's there. I like the fact that I've got dual, but it's not really doing anything. So I need to keep things moving, really, I suppose. I've gone dark. The light. I need to sort the lighting out in here. There's also, I'll have to go into the workshop with this. I've also got, and this is quite a good one, I have got a Autophon Quintet Black S. So the top range Quintet isn't that old, I don't think. That the chap who'd bought it for his deck and then decided to go for a P8 with a Nefetra on it, I think it was. So he bought that to upgrade his deck, and I think he must have got like upgrade fever, and he changed and traded that back with some other bits. So not had a lot of use. So yeah, Quintet back. That was really, really nice cartridge. I really like the Quintets. Also, I'm going to refer to my list now. Just going to Sugden Stax X79s. Yeah. If somebody wants a very cheap amp, there's a Rotel 810. I should have checked that one. A Rotel 810 that I traded in about 4 years ago. Might be longer. It's an 810, and which is okay actually. It's not. The Rotels are quite good amps actually. Phono stage doesn't work, and that's the reason it's still sat there. I thought, I'll get this sorted out and I'll sell it. It's probably worth £50. I do have a Noki record cleaning machine up there, which was sold to somebody, and he thought it was faulty and he brought it back and swapped it for another one. And then when we actually checked it out, he just hadn't built it right. So it's been put back in a box and it was still up there. So that's for sale, and I think that might be it. I think that's it. It's just started to pour down with rain. Anyway, also, and you'll have seen in the little, I've actually done a thumbnail. I don't often do thumbnails. Well, I'm saying I've done a thumbnail. I'm intending to do a thumbnail because this is all back to front. Thumbnails take too long, and I'm usually, because I'm stuck for time, I usually just let YouTube sort out the thumbnail for the videos, which is why it's quite often me pulling a weird expression, because I think it'll choose one and then give you 2 alternatives to swap to if you're not happy with it. They're never brilliant, but quite often the thumbnail can take as long to do as a video, so I tend not to bother, because it's not really, I'm not trying to attract loads of people. I'm just sort of putting the information out, really. I've lost my tracker where I'm up to. Yes, in the thumbnail, you will see what I'm going to talk about next. A little competition, this is. I'm not going to do a competition for ages. Turntables come in. A particular favourite of mine. It's pretty unknown. And I used to sell this in the early 80s, I think. And it was one of the best of its type. When I say of its type, there's various other. I'm not going to mention names of any turntables here because it'll might help people guess what it is. It was probably the best of its type, but it was made by a company that weren't known for turntables. They were well regarded in a certain area of hi-fi, but they made this turntable, which was superb, and people used to sit there on the shelf in the shop, and nobody has to hear it. People who did hear it would say, "Yes, that's really good, but I'll buy a," and they'd want to buy the brand that was in the press, the big names. It was a real shame. So hardly ever see them. Really, really rare. Which is a shame. But one's coming for a bit of a rebuild and service. So what I thought I'd do is show you around it. I've covered up the badge. If you're in the UK, I can't do this for anybody abroad. I'm sorry about that, but I can't send anything abroad. But if you can first person to identify what it is, email me. Don't put anything in comments, because I never look at, as you know, I don't look at comments at all. Email me, and there's a free mug, of which I can show you one, which you may or may not have seen my mugs. free, oh, it's wrong way around. Camera work, a free mug, one of those. I'll send it to you. So yeah, and yeah, so it's, I keep losing, I'm expecting somebody to turn up. I keep looking out the window. Right, so yeah, I'll just show you around this deck, and then we'll see what you think, see if you can work out what it is. Early 80s, so manufacturer who made something else. Actually, they made something else and then something else as well. British, small company. Very, very successful, actually. It's a brand that you will have heard of. Looks like a particularly popular turntable of the era. This is better made. I think it's probably better made than all of them. But that was made further north. There's another brand that was made further north that it sort of also looks like, and another brand that it also looks like, which it isn't. So yeah, let me know. Yeah, suspended sub chassis. Beautiful. You know, the suspension system is really good. It's so solid. It's really heavy. It's much heavier than all the competition. It just feels much more solid. This one's got a little keto on it. But yeah, just like I said, I'm putting it together for somebody who's had the arm rewired, and there's a few other jobs I'm going to do to it really. But yeah, if you can recognise that record player, I will be doing a retro review on it, so don't worry, it's not going to be a total mystery. I'll do a proper once I've got it on the jig, because I need to take this Thorens off and get it boxed up. That's going as well. I'm going to sell the Thorens. I fixed the tone arm. If you were following the Thorens videos, it still doesn't play on 45, but that's just, I'll leave that for somebody else to do. I think it's just motor adjustment really. Yeah, I've sorted out the lifter on it, so you can actually, it plays okay. Its cartridge is a bit worn out actually. Probably could do with a new cartridge, but that's going to be for sale. Probably just stick that on eBay to pound and see what happens, to be fair. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, I'll stop it there. I don't think there's anything else particular I was going to talk about. There's a couple of reviews coming up. I keep being told that I've forgotten to review things, and I need to go back a bit. I think occasionally I'll say, oh yes, and I'll be doing a review on that, and then I don't. I can't remember if I've done a proper review of the CD400 Atoll, because I have a feeling it came in and it was whipped back out again by Atoll because they had somebody a reviewer wanted to review it. That's back, so I might do a full review of that. I just need to double check I haven't already done it. Anyway, yes, I'll stop it there before I waffle anymore. Thanks for watching. I shall see you in a future video, and if you can subscribe and like, much appreciated. Don't forget there's a buy me a coffee thing if you've used any of the instructional videos and you know people like to sort of contribute. You can go to the buy me a coffee link and just follow the instructions on that. That's much appreciated as well, because coffee does actually keep me going. Okay, see you soon. Thank you very much.